blowing that condenser out did work. It was caked up. Tractor's just at idle. It's just frosting up. Took this side paddle off. I put a bunch of screen in there behind this, and then I used some self-tappers, put some screen here. I've had this tractor for almost 30 years. I think I would have figured something out by now, but it sucks up. Right now that orchard grass seed is right. Boy, it caked that condenser up. That builds up your pressures in your condenser, and that's when you start getting a leaky condenser. So this is all a homemade system on here, so I'm real worried about keeping it going. There's a little bit of oil on the front of the condenser, so now I'm wondering if I got a leak there. I can't remember what this condenser's off of. A buddy of my dad's basically built this system for me about 25 years ago. We went to a junkyard, we got a compressor off a Volvo or a Saab, and we took the condenser off either a Volvo or a Saab out of a junkyard because it fit perfectly in front of the radiator. These old whites, the condenser was up on top of behind the cab. Kind of a real stupid setup. It had these little fans, these little 12-volt fans that were exposed to the weather. That was what was blowing the air through the condenser, and those things short out all the time. They had a simple 1 or 2 piston pump that didn't really do anything. So yeah, back when we made this, over 20 years ago, we didn't have the internet. We weren't on the internet ordering hoses and stuff. So we bent the copper pipe, made all our own tubing, used a flaring tool, double flared the fittings, and I had some guy, there's a place here in Heartland, Michigan that makes tubing lines for John Deere and Freightliner, a few of the other big manufacturers, and they're using cheap aluminum line. He said that these copper lines were going to work harden and wouldn't last. Well, they've lasted 20 years anyways. This was an R12 system. I ran on R12, so I got that Duracool. Duracool is made up in Canada, in Toronto. They got real good customer support. It is compatible with R12 and R134 systems, so I would highly recommend it. But basically, the only thing original on this AC system is the evaporator up here in the cab. That's still original evaporator. There we go. Well, AC is working good. I still got frost on that copper line, so that's good. And that's the return line. And that screen is doing a good job keeping the grass out. Some of it's still getting past that front screen though, and through the radiator grill screen, the main front grill screen. And so I've got that inner screen in there too. You really got to have AC in the white. They got this tapered cab, and it's like a greenhouse in here. You about die of heat stroke. The blower, everything's up here. It'd be nice if it was across the front. One time I did have to put a new blower in about 15 years ago. I went to a junkyard and got a blower out of a white combine. I had to do a little bit of welding on the shroud to get that to work, but still a fan, yeah, same fan. But I'll show you how much seed is collected on the front. You see that orchard grass is a sea of golden brown straw right now, the seed head stall. Nice and cold. Still gets around here. Put a new compressor on it last year. Sanding compressor.
Look at that Timothy, huh?
This is a patch. I had sweet corn and squash here one year, about 3 acres. About 15 years ago. I haven't done anything like this. I've never fertilized this. And later this day, there you go, Tedder Queen. Ranked it once. Not 2 passes, 1 pass over the field. Bailing the same day you are. I just put on my new metering wheel, and apparently I didn't have it very tight. I was making 8-foot long bales, and I couldn't tell.